In the world of Blue Lock, the highest level one can achieve is becoming a professional player, those who compete at the highest level and represent the top football clubs in the world. Each of these players has their own unique playstyle and weapon, combined with insane skills that set them apart from the rest. Today we'll be breaking down and ranking all 10 pro players we've seen so far, starting from the least impressive all the way to the #1 player in the series. But before we jump in, I just want to say this ranking is based on my personal opinion at the end of the day, so feel free to share your own thoughts in the comments. Coming in at number 10 is the heavy tank, Dada Silva. Silva was a member of Team World 5, selected exclusively by Ego himself to assess the unpolished strikers of Blue Lock. Playing for Brazil's national team and being chosen by Ego are impressive accomplishments on their own. His nickname Heavy Tank fits him perfectly, as he's physically one of the strongest players in Blue Lock. He also has insane aerial abilities, as he managed to outjump Ryu multiple times, one of Blue Lock's best players when it comes to jumping. In fact, Silva dominated Ryu throughout the entire match, all while keeping a smile on his face. Now I know comparing an under 20 player to a professional who already plays for his national team isn't exactly fair, but up until that point, Ryu hadn't lost a single aerial battle. We haven't seen much of World 5 apart from Loki, so you could argue Silva might be better than some of the other members of the team, but I've placed him in this rank because the other players have more accomplishments and better weapons based on what we've seen so far. At number 9, we have the baby-faced prodigy from Argentina, Pablo Cavasoz. Don't let his height and cuteness fool you. Pablo is one deadly piece on the pitch. He's the queen on a chessboard. Pablo's weapon is his insanely accurate curved shots, which can easily deceive goalkeepers with the unpredictable curves of the ball. And it's thanks to these curved shots that he's earned the title of the best free kick taker in the world. He can also use his curved balls to deliver pinpoint passes to his teammates, a skill made possible by his incredible meta vision. Pablo is also surprisingly good at defending, as he managed to stop Bachira from dribbling past him with almost no effort. I mean, sure, Bachira did manage to get past him once, but Pablo was just a chill guy, casually seeing how far he could go. Moving on to number 8, who I think might be a controversial one, Adam Blake. Adam is the top scorer in the English league, which is the most competitive league in the world. This achievement becomes even more impressive when you realize that Chris Prince plays in the same league. As we know, Prince is a world-class player, said to be on par with none other than Noel Noa, so outscoring him really shows off Adam's incredible striker abilities. I mean, the guy is called Goal Junkie for a reason. Adam is also one of the strongest players physically, as he easily outmuscled Tokimitsu like he was a fly. And now you might be wondering, why the hell did I rank this guy this low on the list? Well, Adam's goal scoring and physical abilities are both great weapons, but this video isn't just about the best strikers or the strongest players physically, it's about the best overall players. From the very little we've seen of Adam both on and off the pitch, I think it was somewhat clear that he isn't exactly a player with a high football IQ. He wasn't like the kind of guy who could dribble or deliver accurate passes to his teammates. He was just there to score goals, and that's about it. He kinda reminded me of Erling Haaland, and the fact that Chris Prince, who scored less goals in the same league, is considered way better than Adam solidifies this point. Like I said, we've only seen Adam for a brief moment, so I might be judging him a bit harshly, but that's pretty much all I can say about him for now. At number 7, we have the young French superstar Julian Loki. Loki is probably the player you remember the most from the World 5, and it's all for the right reason. Despite being only 17, he is already a rising star and a prodigy in the world of football, having been selected for France's national team and playing professional level football for his club, Paris X-Gen. He's the best player in the French league, which is why he's one of the 5 master strikers. And when it comes to his playstyle, Loki is all about speed. He is by far the fastest player in Blue Lock, even surpassing Chigiri and Zantetsu. During the match between World 5 and Blue Lock, Isagi had no chance to react to Loki's speed, even though he was directly in front of him. He then went on to obliterate every single player on the pitch and scored a goal without breaking a sweat. And in the match between Paris X-Gen and Bastard Munchen, Loki managed to even catch up to a Kaiser Impact and straight up block it, which was one of the most disrespectful moments in Blue Lock. Loki's speed combined with his amazing feats at such a young age definitely make him deserving of this rank, if not higher. And the fact that Noel Noa says Loki is the talent that threatens him the most shows just how much potential he has and how much room he has to grow even further. And this brings us to the last player of World 5, Leonardo Luna. I know this one might be controversial, but hear me out. I promise I'm not ranking him this high just because he has a cool name. Among the players of Team World 5, Luna had the smoothest playstyle and seemed to be the most confident confident one. He had amazing reflexes and insight that made him spot the opponent's weak points and easily break past them. He only needed a split second of Rin's distraction to steal the ball from him, and that says a lot about his abilities. As I mentioned earlier, comparing a pro player to an under 20 player isn't fair, but Rin was the best player in the Blue Lock project at the time. Reading his opponent's moves and mind isn't Luna's only weapon. He also has insane dribbling abilities. Rin tried his best to stop him, but Luna dribbled past him so smoothly that Rin didn't even have time to react. By the time Rin realized what was happening, the ball was already past him, rolling between his legs. Luna is nicknamed the Prince of Real, which is the best club in the world, and that alone is an incredible achievement. And of course, he plays for Spain's national team, and I'd argue he'll play a big role in the story later on. At number 5, we have the dancer of FC Barcha, Lavinho. Lavinho has incredible mastery with the ball, and he's by far the best dribbler in the series. His dribbling is so smooth that when opponents try to block him, they end up falling to the ground for not following his dance, allowing him to easily advance to the goal without losing the ball. In the 3 minutes he played against bastard Munchen, Lavinho managed to score a goal by dribbling past the entire team, which was insane to say the least. Not even Noel Noa could stop him when he pulled off a rainbow flick and used isagi as a wall to get past the #1 striker. Lavinho also provided 2 assists in just 3 minutes for his teammates during the game against Paris X-Gen. On top of all that, he's the top scorer in his league, the Spanish league, a feat comparable to Adam Blake's. Coming in at number 4 is the master striker of Manshine City, Chris Prince. Now, even though I've ranked Chris at number 4, we actually haven't seen much of his performance in action. In fact, I ranked him above Lavinho mainly because of his off-screen achievements. We know that he's a world-class striker on par with Noel Noa, and that he's ranked the number 2 player in the world by FIFA. Chris has one of the best, if not the best, physiques in Blue Lock thanks to the personalized training he developed himself. His stats are maxed out at 100 in every parameter, hence his nickname, the perfect hero. And that's basically it. Like I said, we haven't seen much of him on the pitch. He does have this really cool knuckleball shot, but we've only seen it once and it was stopped by Isagi. So until we see more of him in action, the only thing that really carries Chris is his title of being number 2 in the world. At number 3, we have the crazy man behind the Blue Lock project, Ego Jinpachi. Unfortunately, we still don't know much about Ego's time as a player, but we do know that he used to be Noah's teammate and his first true rival. We also learned from Noah and Snuffy that he had a playing style and mindset similar to that of Isagi. At some point, however, Ego stopped playing football and abandoned his career as a player for reasons that still remain one of Blue Lock's biggest mysteries. I ranked Ego above Chris Prince because Noah himself considered Ego his rival, while he doesn't seem to be that worried about Prince, at least from what we've seen so far. This leaves us to the final top 2 players, who are obviously Noel Noa and Marc Snuffy. And coming in at number 2 is none other than Noel Noa. Noah is the current number 1 player in the world and is regarded as a role model by many Blue Lock players, including Isagi. And while we don't know much about Chris Prince, despite being regarded as the number 2 player, Noah has proven himself worthy of his title with both his achievements and his super efficient playstyle on the pitch. He has already won the World Cup and managed to surpass the 2 GOATs of football to win the Ballon d'Or. So basically he has completed football and now just doing side quests, much like a certain someone. When it comes to playstyle, Noah is a player with unlimited options thanks to his weapon of being ambidextrous, which means he can use both his right and left sides with 100% efficiency. This allows him to do pretty much anything with the ball from any angle, with the same level of power and accuracy on either side. This weapon combined with his super strong physique and machine-like dribbling that leaves no room for error make Noah inevitable. And although it might not be obvious at first glance, his speed is no joke either, which when combined with his machine dribbling makes him even more deadly. And while Noah might not be as good as Snuffy when it comes to team play, he has helped Kaiser and Isagi to improve significantly, especially with his accurate passes. And finally, at number 1, we have the crown messenger, Marc Snuffy. While Noel Noa may be the best striker and the number 1 voted player in the world, Snuffy is undoubtedly the best overall player. And this isn't just my personal opinion. Noah himself has admitted that Snuffy is better than him as an all-around player. Much of Snuffy's superiority comes down to his unparalleled football IQ. He can read the flow of the game and exploit weaknesses in the opponent's formation in a split second. This intelligence is also the reason he's better than Noah when it comes to team play. His ability to maximize his teammates' efficiency and orchestrate tactics and patterns, or what he calls designs, has boosted the overall performance of Ubers exponentially. In fact, his team play is so dangerous that Noah's only solution to counter him was telling his teammates to just hold on until Snuffy leaves the field. Snuffy is also physically strong, thanks to using the Japanese martial art known as jujutsu. This technique increases his ball keeping and retention abilities to the point that so far we've seen him winning most, if not all, of his physical duels. He was able to even fend off both Noah and Isagi at the same time, which is not something you see every day. The jujutsu also gives him great jumping abilities, as we saw when he beat Kaiser in an aerial contest. As for his trophies and achievements, Snuffy has conquered 4 of the 5 major leagues and is now on track to win the 5th with Ubers. Now, I'm not saying winning these leagues tops the glory of a World Cup victory, but any football fan knows how incredibly hard this is to accomplish in real-life football. There are a few players who managed to win 3 of the 5 big leagues, but no one has won 4. With a resume filled with both individual and team achievements, Snuffy has more than earned his title as the best player in the world. So there you have it, all 10 pro players explained and ranked based on what we've seen so far. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Click here to see 38 secrets you didn't know about Blue Lock.